Do what now?
I said, you seriously asked me if he was drinking? You smell alcohol.
Look, I can smell alcohol over in this side.
You can hear that? He said he smell alcohol.
What's funny?
The cop is telling me he smells alcohol on this side.
Okay, hey, go ahead and get off your phone. Hey, get off your phone right now.
I'm going to ask my wife to send me the insurance.
Get off your phone.
Can I ask my wife to send me the insurance?
3640. Send me another unit. Hey, man, get your hands out of your pocket. Come here. Yeah, I'm just going to pat you down for your safety and my safety, okay? Because you're not listening to what I'm telling you. All right? Any weapons or anything on? Hey, dude.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, don't yank away when I'm trying to pat you down. I don't know if you're armed. Do you understand that? Keep your hands behind your back. Hey, quit pulling. Quit pulling.
The story you're about to see is gonna rock you.
So this guy, he's being more cooperative now, but I had to pin him up, put him in handcuffs, because I went to pat him down. He wasn't listening to what I was telling him to do. Pat him down, he started yanking away from me.
That's a lie?
He's absolutely very aggressive. This guy was driving real aggressive, and he literally ran this vehicle off the road.
That's a lie.
So there's probably a gun in this truck, just FYI. I learned you got a license to carry, you're sitting in the driver's seat, and you're like, well, my gun's in the console, and so is my insurance card. And then you have a license to carry. You could have had a gun on you, and that would have been legal.
That's a lie.
He could go to jail for reckless driving, based on witness testimony, based on the video, everything together. I could take him to jail for reckless driving.
He's lying about that.
And he's got a needle in his pants. It's down low.
A needle in his pocket?
Yep. He starts to yank that right hand, which makes sense. And I can feel on the other side of his pants leg a needle syringe kind of underneath his, in his waistband.
That's a lie. He made that up.
He's turning that corner, and if this truck's coming over his lanes, yeah, he can slam his brakes. Yeah. So that's the law. If you hit him, it would have been your fault if you'd hit him from behind, because you're following too closely. That's an offense. So, and it is what it is.
To almost a complete stop?
Yeah, he can come. He can come to a complete stop. That is legal for him to come to a complete stop to try to avoid an accident.
Either he doesn't know the law, or he's lying.
A lot of times diabetics, down in their lungs, when you breathe out, sometimes it can smell. So I asked you, hey, have you been drinking? And is he showing any other indicators? A little bit of agitation, that's usually not alcohol.
Oh my God, why is he making these things up? Officer David Holman is completely out of control. On November 10th, 2021, Yunez was leaving Lowe's with his parents. When he took a right-hand turn on the frontage road, the driver, who would eventually cause an accident, seemed to be irritated that he pulled out because he immediately slammed on his brakes. Notice how far away the semi is in front of the other driver. Yunez points out to his parents, wow, this guy just slammed on his brakes. Now Yunez pulls in behind him to take a left-hand turn. He's actually laughing with his parents. This guy, he hits his brakes again here in the intersection. And then when it's clear, watch what the other driver does. Slams on his brakes. Yunez has to take evasive action. When he goes to pass him, the other driver punches it. Do you hear that chung 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 sound? That's when another driver has accelerated into the vehicle. Let's let the experts tell you how it works.
So once I've matched speed, then I'm going to turn to lean on them so you're not stabbing the brakes. I've matched speed, ease over, lean on them. From there, I need to do a quarter turn into the car to help break the contact patch. Once I do that quarter turn, that's when I'm going to start to accelerate. It will move around, and then I will continue to drive on through, making sure that I'm not looking at the vehicle as it's tracking in front of mine. If that does happen, a lot of times you tend to just T-bone it and start pushing it.
And the other driver punches it.
If that does happen, a lot of times you tend to just T-bone it and start pushing it.
The truck was in front of me, man.
Why did you brake? Why did you brake?
What?
Why did you brake?
Because the truck was in front of me.
It has its own lane.
Into my lane, man.
It has its own lane.
Dude, he was coming into mine.
Are you happy now?
No, you're the one that's
I'm not acting like an
You're
asshole.
honking at me, dude.
I had the blinkers.
You're swinging around me and then you try to cut me off? Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, I hadn't even got any of that. He was upset and
Oh yeah, yeah. I hear you, bro.
No, you're the one that's acting like an asshole.
I'm not acting like an
You're
asshole.
honking at me, dude.
I had the blinkers.
You're swinging around me and then you try to cut me off? Fuck you, dude. Just get the cops here, man.
Yes, ma'am. I got hit in Forney, an intersection by Murphy Walmart.
By Murphy's? Okay, is your car drivable?
It is, but I got hit really bad.
My name is Younes and I'm from Morocco. I'm married and I have 3 kids. I'm not much of a party guy and I'm more of a conservative. On November 10th, on 2021, that day I went to Lowe's. Me and my parents around 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m. He was making the turn. He slammed his brakes so hard that made my vehicle alert me and tell me I have to slam my brakes as well. I wanted to go around him and just keep going in my way. Nobody wants to be behind someone that's dangerous, that slams their brakes with no reason, because you can obviously clearly and see the light was green and there's no hazard in front of him.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, I was leaving Lowe's and
Did y'all make contact?
yes. we
Okay.
did. I was leaving Lowe's and I was in the intersection there. I'm not carrying right now though.
Okay, here's this, buddy. I'm gonna need your insurance card, but anyway, go ahead and tell me. You're leaving Lowe's.
Okay, leaving Lowe's, about to turn underneath Highway 80, and there was a big tractor trailer on my right side.
Okay.
And we both started turning. The tractor trailer started creeping into my lane, so I put my foot on the brake,
Okay.
and this gentleman got upset and started honking at me. I continued on as soon as I could get around the tractor trailer, and then the tractor trailer kind of moved into my lane again, so I braked again. Well, he got mad again, and he shot around me, and then he tried to cut me off, and he ran into the front quarter panel of my car, and then his whole truck swung around the front end of me.
That's when I'm going to start to accelerate, making sure that I'm not looking at the vehicle as it's tracking in front of mine. If that does happen, a lot of times you tend to just T-bone it and start pushing it.
All right. See if you can locate your insurance card. Address correct on driver license? All right, I'll be right back. What happened, man?
Hi, officer. I have a video on the dash cam. I can show it to you
Okay.
if you want to.
Well, tell me what happened. You got any weapons or anything on you?
No, I don't.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what happened.
I was at Lowe's and I grabbed some stuff and I was leaving, going to do some work.
247, miscellaneous information, dispatch office.
I was in the left lane behind this gentleman right here, and he was an 18-wheeler on the right side. So the 18-wheeler was making a wide turn, and after he just passed the stoplight, he slammed his brakes, and he was like an emergency for me. My vehicle was like, did it, like I had to brake. So I honked at him. Here we go.
There's another accident.
Yeah. When people slam their brakes
Okay.
like that, that's...
Okay, so then what?
He slammed his brakes, and then
Okay.
I'm like, I switched lane again to the right side, and I'm like, seriously? And then I tried just to like go, and then he was coming close to my lane, and that's when he hit the door.
Oh, okay. So, all right, let's go ahead and pull the video up and show me what happened.
It's in the dash cam.
Okay, well, pull it, get it down. I need to see your driver license and insurance.
Here's the part that Younes didn't know. If he had had his driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance on one card and simply given it to the cop when he showed up, and then when the officer said, "What happened here?" and Younes had simply invoked his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, none of this would have happened. Not a single bit of it. The officer had no idea what happened on the scene. There was no testimony from a witness. That never happened. Officer Holman may have been alerted that there was a car accident, but who the witness was, where they were on the road, what they saw, what they said, none of those things were solidified. Officer Holman made up that this woman had testified that Yunez was reckless driving. It's very simple. When the police interact with you, you become a victim of the state.
You want to come on the passenger side?
Yeah. So all right. No, I'll let you do what you're gonna do here.
What was you gonna ask?
I was gonna say I need mainly see the part about. I get y'all both broke because of tractor trailer.
Yes, it's right here.
Okay.
Turn in right here. That's the 18-wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
And that's him. I was on the right side. I put my blinker. And he slammed his brakes again. So
You're all over in his lane right now. Look at how you're back in his lane.
It's a wide angle.
Dude, you are all in his lane right there.
Sir,
All right, go ahead and rewind it again.
I have a backup camera.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if he has anything to show.
Your left tire, we're over in his lane.
He was.
Okay, well, show me again. Yeah, because you pulled in front of me. Go ahead and play it again. Okay, so your lanes are equal on each other's bar. It's up about an inch. Now you're changing lanes. Again, they're equal. So the camera's centered pretty well.
Yeah,
so,
the one in the back is.
So the camera's centered very well. Okay, so here's your lanes. You get over. Now look, look at who's in whose lane. You're all in his lane, man. Rewind it in 10 seconds. You're all in his lane.
I can't remember.
Ben, just confirming you need vectors for one.
Yeah, look, you're in his lane. All right, I need to see your proof of insurance.
Slamming in his brakes twice like that is okay?
Dude, he has to stop. Who's been drinking? You been drinking?
Drinking what?
I can smell alcohol.
There's no alcohol.
Okay, look, he can stop. That's all there is to it.
Okay,
I need to see your proof of insurance, and I gotta get everybody's information. I need to get your insurance, and then I gotta get everybody your information in your truck.
Yeah.
You still live in Box Springs?
No, I live in Forney.
What's your address? What's your telephone number, sir? Do what now?
I said, you seriously asked me if he was drinking? You smell alcohol?
Look, I can smell alcohol over in this side.
You can hear that? He said he smell alcohol.
What's funny?
The cop is telling me he smells alcohol on this side.
Okay, hey, go ahead and get off your phone. Hey, get off your phone right now.
I'm going to ask my wife to send me the insurance.
Get off your phone.
Can I have my wife to send me the insurance?
3640. Send me another unit. Hey, man, get your hands out of your pocket. Come here. Yeah, I'm just going to pat you down for your safety and my safety, okay? Because you're not listening to what I'm telling you. All right? Any weapons or anything on? Hey, dude.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
No, I'll talk.
Hey, don't yank away when I'm trying to pat you down. I don't know if you're armed. Do you understand that? Keep your hands behind your back. Hey, quit pulling.
No, moving.
Quit pulling.
I'm not moving. I don't realize.
Are you armed?
No, I'm diabetic.
Are you, huh?
I'm diabetic.
You're diabetic?
My mouth is really dry right now.
All right.
This is the first time.
Okay. All right. All right.
He asked you if you're drinking, is that correct?
Yeah, it was, that was like crazy because while I was showing him the video, he was like watching the video and then he was explaining it with different ways, wrong way. That's not how the video actually, the video is simple. And then he started telling me, who's been drinking here? I'm like, drinking what? He said, who's been drinking alcohol? I'm like, I'm with my dad and my mom. We're Muslims, we don't drink. What is he talking about? I'm like, I don't drink. He's like, well, whatever. And then he's like, I need everybody else's information and I need your driver license and the proof of insurance. I got out and I gave him my driver license And then I was trying to contact my wife so she can make it easy for me and send me a screenshot, because we do have insurance, but she sent me an email and I don't save it. I forget to save it, and then it just takes me a little while. So I was trying to make it easy for him, and at the same time I needed to let her know what happened, because
You're dealing with the police.
Yes. While I was on the phone with my wife asking her to send me the insurance, the cop came to me and he said, "I still smell alcohol in your vehicle." And I just laughed at his face, because that was funny. And then he's like, "Get out of the phone." I'm like, "Why? You told me to give you the insurance. I'm trying to call my wife so she can send me the insurance." He said, "I said, get out of the phone." I'm like, "You told me to get you the insurance, and I'm calling my wife so she can send me the insurance." He said, "I said, get out of the phone." And then he took my phone away and he threw it on the other guy's hood on top of his vehicle. And then he said, "Turn around." And I turned around. And then he said, "Stop resisting." I'm like, what does that mean? What is he talking about? He told me turn around, I turned around.
And you put your hands behind your back.
And I put my hands behind my back, and he was detaining me, and then he was putting pressure on my hand.
Okay, and then he says, what are you doing? What are you doing? What were you doing?
I have no idea. When he said, "What are you doing?" I don't even know what he's talking about, because he told me to, he took my phone away, he told me to turn around, I turned around, and he just started making stuff up that didn't even make sense to me. And then when he put his hands, and when he actually started telling me that stop resisting, I'm like, hold on. This is not right. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I start saying things that's not even true, because I wanted to show him that I am 100% cooperative with him. And he got wild after I laughed in his face.
Okay. All right. All right, so you're diabetic.
Okay, you can check my pockets. I have.
Look, I can smell something, and it could be that you're diabetic coming from your lungs. I don't know.
I haven't eaten yet.
Okay. Well, you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. Is you have anything that's going to hurt me?
You can check. I don't have
20 show
anything that's going to hurt you. I don't have anything that's going to hurt you. I had a pocket knife, but I think it's in the truck.
Look, when police are trying to pat you down for weapons, you don't yank away. So do you have a needle on you?
This is the first time.
Do you have a needle on you?
No, sir, I don't have any needles.
Okay.
I have a needle in my belly, though.
You have a needle in your belly?
Yeah, that's how I check my shirt. You can pull my t-shirt off if you want to look at it.
Okay, so where's it at?
It's on the right side.
Right side?
Yeah.
Like where at?
You can pull
down here?
It's in my abdomen.
Your abdomen?
Yes.
So you're diabetic?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Man, you don't yank away when I'm patting you down for weapons, and then I'm telling you to get off the phone. You don't want to listen to me.
No.
You're not listening to what I'm telling you to do. I want you to stay right here, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, look, when I tell you to get off the phone, just get off the phone, okay?
Well, you took it
Hey,
away.
just be quiet. Your best thing to do right now is just be quiet, okay? And relax.
Thank you.
There's something very important that we need to talk about. At this point, when Officer David Holman says that he's going to detain Yunez, that comes directly from the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. How come a cop can grab you and put you in handcuffs? Because of Terry versus Ohio. When you're put in handcuffs, it is immediate torture. It hurts from the moment they go on to the second they come off. Immediately, you will begin to talk. You will begin to speak because you're in pain and you're being tortured. Handcuffs have to be abolished in the United States of America. With the new digital era, there's no reason to shackle people up anymore.
Number 67, John W. Terry et al., petitioners versus Ohio.
Well, how far would you take it? I'm saying that where the police officer chooses, with reference to whatever his determination has been, to interrogate or to investigate further, with respect to citizens lawfully on the street, that in order to exercise dominion or custody or control over that citizen and thereby deprive him of his rights under the Fourth Amendment, that he must have before approaching him that probable cause which this court has made reference to in its decisions.
Well, what about asking him questions and expecting an answer?
We say he has the right to approach him and ask his question.
Does he have a right to expect an answer and to do anything whatever if he doesn't get it? You have a right to expect an answer and to do anything whatever if he doesn't get it.
I think that in the absence of this person having committed any crime of any sort, and where the approach is based upon suspicion alone, the person being subjected to the interrogation has the right to refuse to answer or to turn away.
What you're saying is, admit I thought it was, and I think now still it is.
Yes, Mr.
That a policeman does not have a right to ask a person a question on the street and get an answer, or to keep him or do anything else except just ask him a question, unless he's in possession of sufficient facts to know that that man has to have probable cause to believe that that man has committed a crime or is about to commit a crime.
Mr. Justice, I'm sorry if I'm giving you the impression that the police officer cannot ask him a question.
I said can ask him a question, but cannot get an answer and do nothing about failing to get an answer.
He can arrest him if he chooses.
He can arrest him. But suppose he doesn't choose to arrest him.
Then
suppose he wants to do something short of arrest him.
Then I don't think he has that right.
Then the man can go on off, not answer a question, because the officer doesn't have at that time sufficient amount of evidence to make the case of probable cause of guilt of committing a crime.
That's precisely what I'm saying, because otherwise the fourth, his inviolate right of privacy would be invaded.
I thought that was it.
Yes, sir. Very well. Thank you.
$3620. What units come to my location? All right. Yeah. I'm gonna get my work phone and.
You want me to text it to you?
Nah, I'll just take a picture of it, buddy. It'll be good. All right. And then I'm gonna get your telephone number. Hey, you still live?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. What's your telephone number, sir?
21.
Okay.
I have a number, a lady, when it happened, a lady, she had to go to a doctor's appointment, but she said she saw the whole thing.
Okay. I would definitely keep that for your insurance, because your insurance is going to ask about it. Okay. 3620. Hey man, so this guy, he's being more cooperative now, but I had to pin him up, put him in handcuffs, because I went to pat him down. He wasn't listening to what I was telling him to do. Pat him down, he started yanking away from me. So I grabbed him, and then he tells me he's diabetic, and he's got a needle in his pants. It's down low, which I don't know anything about being diabetic. But there's two other occupants in the car. This guy was driving real aggressive. Yeah, pretty much. Needle in his pocket? Yep. And he literally ran this vehicle off the road. He's got video of it. Show me a video, and you can see him all in the lane. So witness saw something. This guy told me the story. The video shows the whole thing. He got mad because this guy hit his brakes going underneath the bridge because of another tractor trailer. And then you can see him all in this guy's lane and try to force him off the road, and their whips in front of him.
Officer David Holman makes up that Yunez is doing something with his hands. But let's go back and watch it again. First, he takes his phone out of his hand. Then he tells him to take his hands out of his pocket. He complies. Then he tells him to turn around and put his hands behind his back. Yunez complies. And then as Yunez is surrendering with his arms behind his back, at this point, Yunez has decided that he's going to fight the officer by doing something strange with his hands. Do you believe that? After you heard the cop lie to his partner and say that I felt a syringe down his pants? And then later the cop will even show that he knew he was lying. This is a textbook case for why we absolutely need a third-party autonomous organization that follows police and records them. It would have only taken one person on scene who had a camera and was filming everything, and none of this would have happened.
So, this gentleman in handcuffs right here by the tailgate, it's going to be this guy. But he wasn't listening to what I was telling him to do. I said, get off the phone. He wouldn't get off the phone. And then he's kind of...
Who's the old guy there? He's in the truck there?
Yeah, I don't know if they speak English or not, but I got to try to get their information. But this guy had everything on video. He's got a rear camera and front camera of his truck. And he goes, oh, I got it on video. And he showed me. And I'm like, you're all in his lane, dude. You're all in his lane. He's absolutely very aggressive. The other witness, said he revved it up real loud underneath the bridge, and then you can see him force this guy off. So I don't know anything. You know anything about being diabetic? Why would he have a needle in his waistband? I don't know.
I mean, they carry them on him, but I don't know why he keeps it right there.
Well, when I went to pat him down on this side, he starts to pull this hand, yank this hand. I had both arms up behind his back.
Might not be for diabetes.
Huh?
Might not be for diabetes.
Well, you're right. Because he starts to yank his right hand. I got another grip and pushed harder and said, hey, don't be yanking away from me. And so then I went ahead and put him in handcuffs at that point. And then he's like, okay. And then I told him, just be quiet, dude. Just be quiet. So I don't know why, as I'm patting him down, he's also LTC. He starts to yank that right hand, which makes sense. And I can feel on the other side of his pants leg a needle syringe kind of underneath this, in his waistband. But I didn't dig it out or anything, so.
I don't know why he'd be acting like that.
I know.
His incident.
Yeah, well, I mean, the video, the witness, this guy here, everybody's story matches. This guy in the blue, I mean, at the very minimum, he's getting tickets, but he wasn't listening to anything I had to say. But I do need to get the other two people's names. So really, the main thing I need to do, just watch this guy in the black, kind of get a vibe of what you think, and then see if you can get the two other witness information while I go to my car and try to get all the information together. Do what, man? I'm not going to fill out forms. I'm going to let them exchange the information. I'm going to get the information, insurance information for the blue truck for this guy, so he has it, and I'll let him take a picture. I'm going to help them exchange. Unit 1 is going to be blue truck. So it's going to be Unit 1. So there's probably a gun in this truck, just FYI. Mom and Dad haven't, I'm just assuming Mom and Dad, they haven't been aggressive, but just really keep an eye on them. I haven't searched the truck or anything. It went really fast, but really just watch that guy. He's handcuffed, and that's it.
Okay. How's it going?
Really good.
What's going on, man?
I'm happy.
Did you get mad or what?
I didn't get mad. I called my wife to ask her to send me the insurance because I have a lot of fucking emails. I apologize for discussing. And then he was telling me that he smelled alcohol inside of the vehicle, and then he said he's smelling on me. I'm like, you made me fucking laugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucking diabetic. And
you have your insulin in your pocket or something?
I have my Dexcom in my abdomen, and I mean, it's just like the first time someone handcuffed me, and it's weird. Are you his supervisor? So?
Yeah. We'll figure out what's going on, alright?
For being calm, and he's got my phone over there for that gentleman's vehicle. So he only has my driver license. He doesn't have my insurance.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to get it off your license plate.
Yeah.
You were hoping a third party would come in and say, wait a minute, this is a fender bender, even if you're wrong, get him out of cuffs and give him a ticket.
That's actually what I was expecting from his supervisor. I thought the reason why the supervisor got there so he can actually help him investigate. The only thing I was trying to do in that moment is just trying to help him understand and give him every evidence I have to help him with his investigation. And when his supervisor arrived, and then we was just blah, blah, blah about other things, and he was trying to get every information about me and my family, and that's not the people that we should count on. We do need a third party that's not related to the police department, that's separate from them, that works with the citizens more than actually trying to support the police. Because in that moment, you need someone to come and ask you, tell me exactly what happened between you and the cop. Why are you detained? Because that's what, I mean, he didn't even ask that. He just came and started having a conversation. He didn't say, why are you detained?
Well, from what he told me, he said you weren't being cooperative, and then
he said
when he
I mean, you go and tell me if you really smell. I have like some stuff I go to the gym with. I mean, if he smells sweat or something like that, if my breath is nasty in the morning, and I have mints in my pocket, like, I don't know if they're still in my pocket or he just went back.
Okay. Are these your parents?
Yes, sir. This is my parents.
They speak English good? Can I get their last name and first name from you?
Yeah, my dad's last.
I'm gonna turn this down while Yunez gives the cop his parents' information, something I would never do. Police are trying to data collect constantly. But what I want you to do is take the handcuff challenge. If you think that it's okay that handcuffs are put on people, it's because you've never been put in handcuffs. And don't just take it like a little wussy beta male. Put the handcuffs on behind your back. Put them on hard. Have someone put them on you hard. You need to understand that handcuffs are torture. This entire mission is to end handcuffs in America forever. There's absolutely no reason in the world this beta male should be allowed to put an alpha male in handcuffs because he's gonna make up that he's doing something with his hands. The jury will finally be the judge, and they'll decide whether or not this was just or not. There's absolutely no reason in the world with today's technology we can't figure out another way to detain people who are out of control. If there's a body cam on the officer and they approach you, there's no reason to put you in handcuffs if you're a reasonable person. Even if you're ranting and raving and flapping your arms, if the cops are that afraid for their safety, then the beta male needs to find another job. And if you don't know that handcuffs are torture, then let me know when you did the handcuff challenge. It's not about just you. These police are abusing people every single day. As I let this play, you see the red light flash, and you think to yourself, oh, look at this. Look how dramatic. Yeah, you've never been put in handcuffs before. Why don't you try on a pair? The cops call them bracelets. Did you hear this beta male, how many times he said, I jacked him up, and he shows with his arms, I jacked him up? Yeah, buddy, I guarantee you, if you tried to do that to Yunez when he was standing there face to face like a real man, you would have zero chance of jacking that man up. People always say, oh, the police just need more training. It sure does look like the more training they get, the more they learn to just holler out loud, stop resisting, what are you doing? You know why they do that? Because then bystanders who are standing around, they hear that, and when they give their police report, all they say is, I heard him screaming, stop resisting. That's all I heard. There's no way in God's green earth that this beta male Holman would ever be able to do this to Yunez. He did it because he laughed in his face when he suggested that he was day drinking with his traditional Muslim parents at 9:45 in the morning. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know who will ultimately decide this? A jury. This is called illegal detainment. You can't strap somebody up like a pig just because you don't like them. That's not how it works. Even more than that, I challenge the city of Forney to be the innovators, to be the leaders, to change this BS system. And now they're going to examine him for the third time. Holman's lied about it 5 times.
It's my under. You don't see it?
Up here, abdomen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this?
Yes.
Well, that's not a needle. That's not a syringe.
Well, I didn't say a syringe.
Well, no, but I asked you.
No, I said I have something. You asked me if I have something on my body. I said I have just my.
Well, I just asked you, is it a syringe?
It's a needle. That's how we.
Okay, all right.
So that's technically a
what
needle
he's saying.
going into your stomach.
Okay.
And you just put your.
All right.
No, that goes. I can. I mean, I haven't.
No, I believe you. I'm just curious how it works.
So it basically reads your blood glucose every 5 minutes.
Okay.
Before I had this thing, I was miserable.
What does it connect to? Your phone? You just looking at your phone?
Yes. And he has to be close to me, and I appreciate he didn't take it or throw it away.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do all that.
Well, he did throw it in that gentleman's vehicle.
Well, if y'all are frustrated with each other, that's why he put you in handcuffs. Because you got to think he's by himself. He doesn't know who you are.
I know.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, I see all the shit in the videos.
Putting people in handcuffs. Yeah. Putting people in handcuffs, that protects us.
This young man is a conservative. He's never had a problem with police. He respects police. He respects firefighters. He respects people who wear the uniform because he also wore the uniform. Oh, look, he's just a cop hater. What do you say to those people?
No, I respect everybody, from homeless people to the highest of the people. And police, you respect law enforcement, you respect firefighters, you respect people in the army. And I served in my country. So, for me, it's like, I respect these people. I know what they do can be dangerous, but they can't switch that and play with people's freedom and life.
So previously you had a lot of respect for police.
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm. I did have a lot of respect for police and firefighters and everybody.
And before previously to this, when things went bad, what did you used to say? Before this, did you think that you should?
Yes.
Go ahead, tell the people.
I know your question before even you ask it. Before you will say, oh, if something happened, I will call the police. Oh, I need to call the police. I need to let them know what happened. But to be honest with you, that was my mistake. Don't call the police. Don't talk to the police. You have a Fifth Amendment to remain silent. Use that.
That way until someone else can get here.
I appreciate it. Make them super tight too. I mean,
well, we'll get you out of them here shortly.
I know.
You gotta think there's 4 people here and just one of him. So.
2018.
I'm sorry.
That's
I haven't eaten yet, and I was trying to go and finish. Like I had a fucking living room and like a hallway to finish paint, and I was gonna be, I accomplished something. I didn't eat yet. I only took insulin this morning. While he was talking, when he said alcohol, surfing. I'm okay. You can search my vehicle too. I don't have shit.
That's okay. Is this your truck?
Yeah.
You like it? You don't?
Not anymore.
Why?
I got hit here before too. I got hit with a large charger. I have a large charger, and I got hit. I didn't fix it either.
Where? Right there?
What?
That's where that car hit?
No. He hit me inside.
On that side's got damage. Do you want to go ahead and take him in handcuffs for me, sir?
Stay under your hands.
My mouth got dry like already. I was talking to him.
Yeah.
And he said my breath smell. I only took one of those this morning.
Okay.
Can I put my hands in my pocket or?
I prefer you didn't. Do you want to take a picture of this guy's info?
Yeah.
So you have it?
Alright. Hello? Can I talk to her just to calm her down?
Yes. Just make it quick and then just get off the phone,
Hey,
sir.
honey. It's okay. He just handcuffed me because he thought I had a gun or something, and we're good now. So I'm gonna take a picture of the driver license of that guy, and he said we should be. Yeah, I don't know. Who is he? I will ask for that. I don't know. Well, I guess I can ask for video. I will talk to you after I get done, okay? Well, I'm up by CVS. They're gonna leave soon, so okay. I'm by CVS.
Hey man, take care of this license so we can get this guy out of here.
Can I get, does he have insurance too?
Yes, okay. Yes he does. And as soon as you take a picture of that, we can get back here and he can pull it up on his phone and you can take a picture of his. I've already given him information on yours. I've got his phone number.
I'll just get his phone. So
oh, got it. Yeah, that worked great.
Sorry. Your phone for your insurance so you can take a picture.
Jason 34 of 1823.
Yeah, just 1 second and I'll have that officer do it.
Was your dash cam recording?
Yes. So what you need to do is do an open records request. You go down to City Hall and just do an open records request.
Thank you.
All right, brother. So here you're going to be issued one ticket today for changing lanes when unsafe. Number to the courts is right here. And you contact those courts within 15 days. You get your signature right here by this X by this line. By signing is not an admission. You'll just contact the courts. I'm doing an accident report, yeah. All right, here's your driver license. Is that high or low?
It's fucking high.
Is it? So do you need to eat some? Is that what you need to do?
No, I took insulin this morning. That's why I didn't eat, and I just came straight to Lowe's.
You think that makes you agitated a little bit?
I'm not edgy, man. You know, I honked at him. He braked. You saw my truck.
Look, I did. I agree. But if you watch your video, you go into his lane.
I was trying to understand.
Yeah. Okay, look, I'm not going to argue with you on
something. Can I ask you one question?
Yes, sir.
Like, can you slam your brakes and enter section just like that?
Well, yeah.
Because
again, you said there was a truck. He knew there was a truck, and a lot of times when trucks turn, they do come into your lane, so he did hit his brakes. Y'all shouldn't have been traveling more than 30 miles an hour, turning in that corner. I mean, it's not like a high-speed corner. He didn't slam on 70, but he's turning that corner, and if this truck's coming over his lanes, yeah, he can slam his brakes. Yeah. So that's the law. If you hit him, it would have been your fault if you'd hit him from behind, because you're following too close. That's an offense. So again, it's 30 miles an hour, about 30 miles an hour turning that corner. If he has to hit his brakes, he can. And it is what it is.
Almost to a complete stop?
Yeah, he can come. He can come to a complete stop. That is legal for him to come to a complete stop to try to avoid an accident. Now, whether you perceive it as being an accident or not, or whether he perceives it, if he believed that he might have been hit, he can slam on his brakes and stop. And so that's legal. Again, it's only a 30-mile-an-hour as you are turning. So it's not like it's a high-speed corner or on the highway. But again, he can stop, come to a complete stop.
The light was green for a while, and I didn't want to be stuck in the red light again.
I understand. The traffic sucks.
To me, it was like, I'm already outside of the stoplight, so I didn't want to go through the red light.
We got a 911 call that came from
well, again, he can stop.
We tried to call back.
And then if you watch your video, when you calm down, watch your video, you're all in his lane, man. You're all in his lane. To the point that you pretty much ran him off the road. I mean, really, listen to me, I can take you to jail right now for reckless driving. Nobody's going to blink an eye. And that's a Class B misdemeanor. I'm just saying, you aggressively went into his lane. So you're just getting a ticket today for changing lanes when unsafe, but you could very well go to jail for reckless driving. again, nobody's gonna have a problem with that. Judge is not gonna have a problem. Nobody's gonna have a problem with it. So
You can see everything that's going on.
yeah, sure. Everything's being recorded. My body cam's going. Your cameras, this camera. There's 1,000 cameras. I don't know if he does, but you showed me your dash cam, which clearly shows that you're in his lane.
Because, I mean, when you guys just came here, you already was like with him and no one talked to him. So you came to me, it was like,
Okay, so
like you already had an idea.
I did. The witness that saw it actually called me on the phone and said, "Hey," she actually sent me a picture. Here, let me show you that. Well, I don't have my phone. It's on the phone.
When we touched, the tires was sliding.
What
Like,
tires?
This vehicle, like, if I slam on my brakes,
Okay.
like, I won't brake as quick as him.
Sure.
Because if I slam on my brakes hard, my tires will slide. I mean,
Your video shows you into his lane. And so I did have the witness call me and said, "Hey, I just witnessed an accident," to let me know there's an accident. So I did have some prior knowledge once I arrived. But he's closer to me too. I exit my car. This gentleman's closer. "Hey man, what happened?" And I got to be proficient because another accident. We're running as short as we can. So talk to him. Then I asked you what happened. And then you showed me on the video. So man, it was a process. But I did have prior knowledge of what kind of was going on prior to my ride. I don't know this guy. I don't know you.
I'm not saying you know.
And so
I just want to apologize for my side. I mean, it was like an offense when you said alcohol, because you said you smell it on me and then you said you smell it on the vehicle. I'm like...
Okay, so a lot of times diabetics, down in their lungs, when you breathe out, sometimes it can smell. So I asked you, "Hey, have you been drinking?" And okay, and so through my investigation, then I'm just kind of investigating. I'm trying to be observant of what's going on, and so I didn't search your vehicle. I didn't do anything more.
I told him you can't.
And that's cool. But I asked, and what if you just said yeah, or you say no? Okay, I'm like, okay, he's saying no. Is he showing any other indicators? A little bit of agitation. That's usually not alcohol. And so I'm just taking in all this information, trying to figure out. Again, when I asked, and that may have been offensive to you, it wasn't. It's part of my investigation. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. And again, I didn't, make you do a breathalyzer test. I didn't make you do field sobrieties. I didn't search your vehicle. All of those things that we do on a DWI. But a lot of times I ask and be like, okay, am I smelling what I'm smelling? And in this case, I didn't smell what I smelled. It could have very well just been in your lungs, how the sweet smell was. Okay, and maybe that's what it was. So,
my mouth, especially like I told you, my mouth gets dry. Like, I don't know what you guys can smell, but it's...
So then when the police show up, man, I'm out here working by myself. If I say get off the phone, get off the phone. And one of the reasons that this is why we don't want you on the phone, because now I have a bigger scene. Now I've got an agitated wife, 3 people here, 1 people here. And then the next thing I know, it's just bigger. So when we say get off the phone, I want you off the phone before you tell your family where you're at. And then next time we have 5 cars show up.
I apologize for that, because actually my purpose for calling her was to send me a screenshot of the insurance, because I have to go and look. So when she does the insurance, she sends me an email, but then I can't find it. And
okay,
I was just
I hear you. Okay.
This guy can go, right?
Yeah, he can go. Sorry. So again, if I say get off the phone, just need to get off the phone and just hang up and be done with it. And for that reason, again, because now I have 5 people I'm having to deal with, and it makes things more complicated. Luckily, she's calm. She's right on scene. I understand she's a little upset, but she's calm. We get people on scene that don't show up on calm, and now I'm responsible for everything. And so that's why a lot of times we're like, get off the phone, get off the phone. I don't need more people showing up. And hence, this is the reason. So, and then when I went to pat you, because you're not doing what I'm asking you to do, I go to pat you down. You pulled on your right hand. Okay.
I didn't mean to. Okay.
Okay. Whether you meant to or not, it happened.
This is like like I said, this is the first time. What for me, I was gonna do this. It's like I said, I had a.
But I don't know if you got a knife or a gun over your brother. I don't. And your LTC.
What does that mean?
License to carry. Are you so? Look, man, I don't know when you reach. So when I've got you behind you and you pull,
I didn't mean to.
Okay, whether you meant to or not, at this point, I have to take actions to keep me safe. At this point, I'll go ahead and put you in handcuffs. You do have a license to carry, so it wouldn't be illegal for you to have a gun, but because of your agitation and because of everything that's going on, man, I don't know. So I put you in handcuffs. I'm like, okay, hey, at this point, you can't hurt me. And then you tell me, hey, man, I got a needle in my waist. What you meant, which you do have this diabetic thing that has a needle in it, but dude, I did ask you about a syringe, and that's cool. That's not going to hurt me. Look, man, you're good. You're good.
People tell us needles, we're thinking needles like that can poke us.
I take other needles, but
yeah, it makes sense now. But when people tell us I have a needle, usually we're dealing with heroin, and they're just dirty needles with no caps on them in their pocket. If we get poked by that, we're done. So usually when people say I have a needle, we're not expecting that.
No, we're not expecting that.
Yeah, because for me, when you did this, I thought it was going to put me in the ground. I'm like, holy shit, is this really going this
the
far?
best thing to do is just do what I'm asking. You are agitated. You got mad at this guy because he slammed on his brakes, whatever. Again, man, I'm one man. There's 3 people here, 1 people here in traffic. That's a lot for one man to try to handle. Again, hey, put your phone down. You didn't want to do that. And at the time, you didn't explain to me that's what you were doing, but I probably would have just said, wait, because when I run your license plate number, it gives me your insurance information. So it's like, I learned you got a license to carry, you're sitting in the driver's seat, and you're like, well, my gun's in the console, and so is my insurance card.
I mean, I asked you to come and...
No, you're cool. And I would usually say, hey, man, don't worry about your gun. I'll get it off your license plate, and if there's a problem, then I'll have you dig. But just don't be, messing with your gun for officer safety. It's no big deal. Again, there's a lot of different little things that I'm one man. Hey, if I said, if officer says put the gun down, just put it down.
Officer Holman says to Yunez as he's cop-splaining, when the police tell you to put the gun down, put it down. What is he talking about? If a cop said in front of your wife that you had a concealed carry license and that you just told him a moment ago that you carry a gun in your console, when you don't have a concealed carry license, you don't carry a gun in your console, you never told the police officer that. Let me ask you a question. Would you have a problem at home with your wife? Now, because Yunez has spent so much time loving, respecting, and being honest with his family and his mother and father, they never questioned whether or not he had a concealed carry license or if he told the cop that he had a gun. As a matter of fact, later, the video from the body cam would exonerate Yunez that the cop completely and utterly made that up. He's just making up things as he goes.
But then again, you pulled, and man, that's an indicator. I know, we understand.
Well, we understand that now, but usually when people are pulling this way, they're reaching for something else.
It was not this way. He had my hand.
Look, we're good, man. We're good. Now, so until I get to the bottom and I make sure you're square and everything, I don't know. And so the best thing to do is just to do whatever the officers say. Any officer, man, just do what they're saying. So, notify your insurance company you're in an accident. Man, this is going to be your fault, brother. 1 ticket for changing lanes when unsafe. And your video shows that you went into his lane, man.
I'm very transparent, and come meet me for 10 minutes, have a conversation with me for 5 minutes, and you're gonna find out. It's what they put you through that change your life, your brain. It's like you're born again, because it was like so close, and to go to the dungeon. Imagine going to the dungeon and you didn't do it. I mean, I'm thinking about other people's life that lost their life, lost their freedom in the dungeon, and they was there for so many years. And we can see that in the internet today. Your freedom can go just like that, easily. Like he was telling me, I can take you to jail, nobody's gonna blink. I'm like, listen to that. Yeah. And you're like, why? Why? Yeah. We have to go through that.
What he did was legal, what I did.
Yeah, it's legal.
Just because he's avoiding an accident, you're allowed to stop to avoid a possible accident.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, when is the court date?
You just need to contact the courts within 15 days. The telephone number, the address, everything to the courts is right here. But here's the telephone number online. You're welcome to call them and just say, hey, I got a ticket I need to take care of, and you can set up court dates and monies. You can do all that. Call them and they'll tell you what your options are, okay? And then just notify your insurance company. It is what it is. So, sorry that things turned out, they could have turned out work. Again, you have a license to carry. You could have had a gun on you. And that would have been legal. That would have been legal.
Well, I didn't know that.
So,
I mean, I bought a gun, but they ran with the regular 10, what do they call it, the background? What's that thing they call it when we bought the gun?
Do you not have a license to carry?
I know.
It shows up on your driver's license.
Yeah. I could have swore his came up. It could be our error. So no, I wouldn't carry a gun on you until you have a license.
Well, you can now.
Well,
Texas is open.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can.
Texas is open carry state now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
So you can carry like and walk with it.
Yeah, you can carry schools and things like that. Don't carry there.
3620. We're 10-4. I'm going to end up doing an accident on it.
You don't
We're
even
just
need a
talking
license
with the one motorist
Don't
now.
carry in
Subject goes
places
undetained.
where over 50% is of their profits alcohol. Can't carry there. Schools, don't carry there. There's a whole list, so just look it up before, but it has to be in a holster.
I only have it for the house.
Hey, dude, you're good. It is what it is. So, sorry it turned out. Hopefully, when you're saying needle, I'm thinking a freaking syringe, like he said.
Nice.
So,
Diabetic.
he could go to jail for reckless driving, based on witness testimony, based on the video, everything together. I could take him to jail for reckless driving. He's just going to be cited for changing lanes when unsafe, because he is agitated and aggressively chasing that vehicle in some form or fashion in a real short time. But witness said the same thing. I mean, so.
I don't waste time in stuff.
Okay. Hey man, you can set up a court date, whatever you're gonna do. You're not going to jail for reckless driving. You got one ticket for changing lanes. That's it. Okay.
This is not the first time I did a ticket.
Okay.
It's been a long time, and you know, I mean, I went to the court. I fight ticket, and I mean, I know how this shit
Yes, sir.
works.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, Ben. You're free to go. All right. Don't forget cheese, brother. Y'all have a safe day. Yes, sir. Thank you. That changed real quick.
Yeah.
Number one, never call the police to a fender bender. And if they do show up, have your license, registration, and proof of insurance on a laminated card. Don't laminate your driver's license. Make a copy of your driver's license and show him this card. If he wants to see the actual identification, you have that in your pocket. And then invoke your Fifth Amendment right immediately. If you don't have one of these trifolds, I give them away for free, or you can purchase an indestructible trifold from my website. It's important that you take a look at Yunez and you learn from his situation. Before this happened to Yunez, he had the utmost respect for police, and now he wants to move away. When he sees police now, he goes through PTSD. Since this incident happened, Yunez, he's now on an additional third type of insulin. He goes through stress and PTSD on a regular basis. When you allow a beta male to have absolute power over an alpha male, they will always abuse it, always. And just remember, this could happen to you. You might be next. You back the blue until it happens to you. My name is ChilleDeCastro for DeleteLaws.com. Thank you for your time.